Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Your Choice and happy 2025. Tess and I are looking forward to providing support for you and encouragement this year through our weekly newsletter, Your Choice. And we have had a really amazing start to the new year in business and grateful for a lot of the opportunities that have come our way. And we've already had a lot of experiences, and we'd love to share a little bit about those with you. But Tessa's going to open us up with the topic for our newsletter for January, what we've been focusing on, and really our word and our focus for the year at TC&A. So, Tess, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, every year we tend to choose a word that supports who we are and supports our business. And this year we chose the word trust to start the year off with trusting our internal being of who we are with our character and our integrity and how we work with others. Certainly, trust is something that evolves as we become more and more self-aware or have more knowledge about our intentions and who we are, our personalities, our preferences, the way we communicate, the way we make decisions and manage the projects or the things that are meaningful in our lives. So trust has been the one thing that we've been focused on, and we'll carry that word with us throughout the year. I was meeting with a client earlier this morning, and their word was to be positive, to have a positive mindset, and to focus on a good and healthy mindset. So people are choosing their words, and we encourage you to choose your word also. One of the other things that we're trusting is our competency. Certainly, we're learners as leadership coaches. We learn from our clients, the business owners, the entrepreneurs. We learn from one another on a regular basis as Chelsea and I continue to build TC&A. So competency is key, trusting our competencies, being willing to grow, staying open-minded and curious are several things that we look forward to continuing as we build trust. Consistency, sometimes consistency is one of the most difficult things to do on a regular basis. Yet consistency builds the competency, builds our character, doing what we say we will do. And that phrase has stayed with me so often where, oh man, I told a client I would add them to the email list and it's 10 o'clock. I need to do what I said I would do, and I'll go ahead and add them to the email list. That's a true statement because it just happened yesterday. So the other piece is creating strong relationships. Man, are we so blessed to have incredible relationships with business owners, employees, and teams. It's remarkable. We do not take for granted the relationships that we have. Sometimes the biggest challenge we have is all of the following up with the relationships, yet we seek to be consistent to stay connected with those that we serve. And the newsletter is one of those ways. It comes into your mailbox, email every single Monday, and it's our encouragement to you to continue to lead yourself first. The last thing is confidence, trusting our confidence, not from an egocentric way, but we all need confidence in the things that we do and who we are and the things that we want to experience in life. And we're making some pretty bold, confident decisions going into this new year, trusting that our confidence and our competency is going to continue to lead us. Um, it's all of the things working together, the character, competence, consistency, creating strong relationships. We know we can be confident, and we look forward to all of the great life experiences, work experiences that are ahead of us this year.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Well, the five C's have been the really the foundation of everything that we are individually as a company, and they certainly play a role in how we trust ourselves internally and how we trust one another, how we trust those that we work with. So we know it's not the first time we're talking about the five C's, but they are just that important and they are always relevant.
Yes.
You wrote the leadership blueprint back in 2017 with a focus on the five C's, and they still are just as relevant today as they were then. So it's truly they stand the test of time.
Yes. Well, and they're so embedded into my soul. I
Yeah,
think
same.
I have a hard time talking about a topic without bringing
I
something within the 5 Cs.
know. Yeah, and it really they have changed the way that we think, right?
Mhm.
The five
Yeah.
C's. And we were just talking about thinking and the way we think and our mindset before we hopped on this call and how important it is to trust the way that we think.
Yes.
And also noticing when we are thinking in a direction that's not serving us and really being able to recognize that in the moment, even feel it in the body, because typically
Mhm.
there is a sensation that can also arise. And that shows us that we're just not in full alignment with our own self, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
trusting that we can also get into realignment. I
Mhm.
know for me as a mom, getting two small children ready for school every day, there's a lot of realignment that needs to happen. Some mornings are easier than others.
Yes.
I always trust myself to come back to that place of alignment as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
And that starts with the way we think too.
Mhm. And really, we talk about just taking a moment and taking deep breaths if something does not feel in alignment or feel like it's a stressful time. Those deep breaths really help center us. And I think they center other people that we serve as well because we hear from them that, Tess, I just had to close my door and take some deep breaths before I really had the conversation that I needed to have. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have a client that I hadn't talked to her in a while, and she wrote me on LinkedIn, I'm thinking of you and taking deep breaths, and I was giving her a hard time. I'm like, I hope you've taken a deep breath since we talked last.
Right.
But the awareness was there, and that was good. And I think we all started this year with needing to take deep breaths as well. I know as I was flying back to LAX from JFK on January 8th, there was a lot of deep breaths that had to be taken as I was literally flying into like an inferno with my family and knowing that, just all of the devastation and loss that was going on. And so, I can even like feel that in my body right now as I talk about it. It's just like, whew, that was a lot. And, obviously nothing compared to what people were experiencing on the ground, but um just there is we are in a year where there's going to continue to be uncertainty. There always is. Simon Sinek says that every time is uncertain except for right now. And so
Right.
it's a good reminder for us to be in the right now and as we hold space for everything that's gone on in LA, we also had a really amazing start to the new year.
Mhm.
I got to spend time with family back in New York, which was very meaningful. And Tess was running a retreat for one of our longtime clients right at the beginning of the year. So there was a lot of positive energy there. We
Mhm.
started the year meeting with clients, planning for the rest of the year. We did do a little reflection too on 2024. Sometimes it's hard to get fully into the next year energy right in the first couple of weeks. So if it's taken you a little bit of time to get into this year, that's okay. We had an amazing opportunity earlier this week with the Women Warriors group from Princess Cruises, Carnival Cruises, and their parent companies, leading over 120 women through
Mhm.
our Magnify Your Potential program.
Yes. Yeah.
And just
Listen.
so many amazing opportunities. And we're on the 22nd day. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
and and it doesn't mean that we don't hold the tension of everything that's going on in the greater world around us. And yet we are trusting in our own selves. We are trusting in our own mindset. We are trusting in how we are of service to others.
Mhm.
And that is the energy that we will be bringing to you this year in 2025. We're committed to that.
Absolutely. And we're also committed to LA businesses and employees where we are offering 30 minutes of free coaching support. Certainly, we're willing to offer more. It's just the starting place, but we wanted to support businesses and employees. So if you have any questions on that, please feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah.
But
And we'll
we
be
hope
offering
that,
that all year as well. I just wanted to mention that
yes,
going to
yes,
be something
yes.
we're committed to offering for the entire year on a weekly basis.
Mhm.
That is our commitment to our greater community for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what we hope that you're hearing in regards to trust is the starting place is our own inward journey, how we're going to trust ourselves and trust the external that things will work out. We don't always know how they're going to work out, but we can do our part. Each one of us can do our part and trust the relationships that we're building. Chelsea and I are making some business commitments, and what's interesting is we've had lots of conversations over the years, and we just could never say yes. We just could not align with the yes and trust the yes. And as of this morning, we trust our yes, and we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. But moving forward with some things that are really important to us and serving you, serving others that have yet to know us, we have built TC&A all on relationships. And we are just so grateful once again for all of the relationships that have trusted us to enter into their lives, to be a support, to care, sometimes give compassion, and to help them grow and deliver different outcomes and greater success. It's just a phenomenal journey that we live, and we are truly grateful for that.
Yeah, beautifully said. As you always do. I don't even think I need to say anything else. We are grateful for you choosing to spend your time and energy with us here. We look forward to connecting you. Feel free to send us a response to our newsletters. Sign up for our newsletter if you haven't yet. And we are just sending you all of the positive energy. Um,
Thanks.
as you move through the rest of your year. So we will see you next month with some
Thank
surprises as well. We have some more fun things going on this year to share.
you. Looking forward to
All right.
it.
Thanks, Tess.